I just did 1,000 jump ropes and 500 reps with the weights, okay? Wow, that was tough. I'm showing you the reality of what it really takes to get yourself back in shape. And then I upped it to 2 miles a day. I also added in my weightlifting, okay?
Are you ready to finally lose that weight and get healthy? Me too. Come on, let's do this together.
This has been quite an amazing year. I'm gonna put a picture up. This is how I looked March 18th of 2024. That was me when I turned 40 years old last year. Today is Tuesday, March 18th, 2025, okay? Big change. And that has only been the result of putting in a lot of hard work, putting in a lot of dedication, and just doing my workouts, doing my walking, doing my, my weightlifting. Even being able to stand here and put on these socks while standing up, I count that as an achievement because I couldn't do that before. I couldn't do it before. We sometimes take the smallest things for granted. We take our mobility for granted. We take our, being healthy for granted. I have seen the changes from age 40 to age 41. I see the change. I see it. And it's quite amazing. I'm proud of myself. Put on that cocoa butter. It's gonna lock in your body heat and make you sweat a whole lot. Trust me. Trust me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I went to the doctor yesterday on my 41st birthday. And I found out that my blood pressure was 167/93. Definitely higher than it should be. That number was a wake-up call, and it made me realize that while my fitness routine has been solid, I need to step up in other areas to get my blood pressure under control. But here's the crazy part. My home blood pressure monitor was giving me completely different readings. At home, it was showing 127/77, which could be considered totally normal. So I thought I was doing fine, but obviously that wasn't the case. Why was my home blood pressure monitor wrong? That's one thing I've learned. Home blood pressure monitors aren't always accurate. There can be a lot of factors at play. Cuff size matters. If the cuff is too small or too large, it can give inaccurate readings. A small cuff can make the reading higher, while a large cuff can make it lower. Positioning. If the cuff isn't at heart level, or if I'm talking, moving, or crossing my legs during the reading, it can throw off the result. Machine calibration. Home monitors need to be recalibrated over time. If it's been more than a year since you had it checked or replaced, it might not be reading correctly anymore. White coat syndrome versus max hypertension. Some people's blood pressure rises at the doctor's office due to anxiety, which is white coat syndrome, but in my case, it seems like the opposite is happening. My home monitor is showing lower numbers, which could mean masked hypertension. So, I have been one to go to the doctor throughout my pregnancies and for my annual checkups, and my blood pressure will just be sky high, even though, my home blood pressures are just fine. So I do believe I have white coat syndrome, but I'm not going to worry about that because what really matters is the numbers, okay? My numbers were high, so I have to get that under control. So after talking with my doctor, I realized I need to be more intentional about how I measure my blood pressure at home to make sure I'm getting accurate results. Here's how I'm adjusting. I'm sitting quietly for 5 minutes before taking a reading, keeping my feet flat on the floor and back supported, making sure the cuff fits properly, not too tight, not too loose, and positioned at heart level. Taking multiple readings a minute or two apart and averaging them out. Avoiding measuring right after exercise, eating, drinking coffee, or feeling stressed. Now, I was probably stressed yesterday, taking myself to the doctor on my birthday of all days. And, I may have felt a bit of anxiety, but nevertheless, whatever the reason was, my blood pressure was high. So the difference between my home readings and the doctor's office really highlighted why it's important to check regularly and not just trust one number. Now that I know where my blood pressure actually stands, it's time to make some changes. Why blood pressure matters. Let me quickly explain why high blood pressure is a big deal. When your blood pressure is too high, it puts extra strain on your heart and arteries. Over time, this can lead to heart disease and heart attacks, stroke, kidney damage, vision problems, cognitive issues, including memory loss. The good news is that many of these things that contribute to high blood pressure are within my control. So here's what I'm changing. Definitely diet adjustments. Fitness alone won't cut it if I'm not fueling my body, properly. Sodium is a big culprit when it comes to high blood pressure, so I'm focusing on reducing my salt intake. That means cutting back on salt, on processed foods, things like canned soups, which I don't do because I make them homemade, frozen meals. I would say mozzarella sticks are definitely a frozen meal that probably contributed to my high blood pressure, and even certain breads and condiments are packed with sodium. Cooking more at home so I can control the ingredients. Now, sometimes when I'm out at dance conventions with my daughter, I'm eating, fast food, okay? Over the past month, I've had Taco Bell. Over the past month, I've eaten, Culver's, but it's only been about 2 or 3 times. But nevertheless, that stuff is super salty. And every, day after I eat that food, my ankles will be super swollen. So definitely, I know I can't be eating that stuff. I don't care how much I'm exercising, okay? Choosing fresh fruits and vegetables. They're naturally low in sodium and high in potassium, which helps balance blood pressure. Now, I will say my red blood count from my blood test yesterday, it came back just normal. Very normal. No issues with that. Swapping out salty snacks for healthier options like unsalted nuts, yogurt, and berries. Now, I love me some yogurt and berries, okay? And with some walnuts on it, delicious, okay? So we've got to watch out for hidden sodium in sauces, dressings, and healthy snacks. And even healthy snacks. Some things that say they're healthy, they're not actually healthy. So watch out for that. Now, I do love me some ranch dressing. I don't eat it very much, but say if I have a salad, I want me some ranch dressing, okay? I'm also increasing my intake of potassium-rich foods, including, because potassium helps the body balance sodium levels and relax blood vessel walls, which lowers blood pressure. Some of the best sources include bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, and white beans. I need to get back into eating bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, and white beans, okay? Because those aren't things that I've been having in my diet lately. And it's not just about cutting sodium. I'm also increasing foods rich in magnesium and calcium, which help regulate blood pressure, okay? Leafy greens. I love me some collard greens. Walnuts, pecans, seeds are great sources of magnesium, while dairy and fortified plant-based milks are good for calcium. So another big thing is to manage stress. Stress plays a bigger role in blood pressure than I realized. I'm a mom of 7, so, even though working out helps with stress, I'm adding more intentional relaxation into my day. So that means taking time to breathe deeply for 5 to 10 minutes when I feel tense. I need to try meditation, even if it's just 5 minutes before bed. Getting better sleep by creating a wind down routine and aiming for at least 7 hours of rest each night. I've been doing pretty well with, getting enough sleep throughout the night. So I don't think that'll be a big issue. Journaling to process any stress or anxiety. I should get better at that because the only thing that I'm journaling is how much I weigh, my workouts I did for the week, maybe the foods that I've eaten. And to be honest with you, I haven't written in my journal in quite some time. It's been a while. I need to get back to that. But I'm keeping the same routine with my working out, so I already know what I'm doing, and so I can just go back and check off that, in my journal, and that's pretty much why I haven't written in it lately. So stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline can constrict blood vessels and raise your heart rate, which spikes blood pressure, okay? Managing stress is key to keeping those hormones under control. Staying consistent with my workouts, but smarter. Exercise is already part of my routine, but I'm tweaking it a bit. I'm adding more cardio, like, walking and jogging, and, aerobic exercises. They strengthen the heart and help lower blood pressure over time. Keeping up with strength training, but focusing on higher reps with lighter weights to avoid putting extra strain on my heart. So I've been working out with 5-pound weights for the longest, and I've noticed with me working out with the 15-pound weights, I'm waking up super sore in the morning time, and it's kind of hard for me to get through my workouts without panting a lot. So today's workout, I incorporated doing the 15-pound weights with more so doing the 5-pound weights. Okay. So my arms were very sore this morning. Yesterday I had a very tough workout with the 15-pound weights. And so, I have to avoid overtraining as well. Too much intensity can spike the blood pressure temporarily. So I'm balancing harder workouts with recovery days. Now, I'm not sure if my 2 days on the weekend, just Saturday and Sunday, are enough recovery days for me or not. All I know is that I work out Monday through Friday. Now, when I used to go to the gym after baby number 6, the most I worked out was 3 days a week. I'd work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. I'd take off Tuesday and Thursday, and I wouldn't work out for the weekend. So I may need to get back in the habit of keeping that type of schedule because, one of my viewers did say, hey, you need to take more rest days because, I really don't take very many rest days with my working out. And so I think that you're right, dear viewer. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I may be putting more stress on myself than I realize because, overtraining, I don't think it's slimming me down, but overall, I think it's putting too much strain on my body. So, I need to aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise a week. And my goal is to keep it balanced, not push myself to exhaustion. So if I can calculate how many minutes am I working out this week? If I do, let's see, 30 minutes of walking, which is 2 miles, and then I do 20 minutes of weightlifting. So that's 50 minutes times 5. I'm doing 250 minutes a week, of exercising. Am I doing too much? Y'all let me know down below in the comment section if you've gotten this far in the video. So cutting back on caffeine and alcohol. Now, I don't drink alcohol. I do love me some wine, but I'm still lactating and producing milk. So I don't drink any alcohol as of yet, but I do love me some bubbly wine, sweet bubbly wine. But everything else, I don't really like the taste of it. So, and I don't really drink too much caffeine because, that's just not really something I normally drink decaf coffee, okay? So too much caffeine and alcohol can increase blood pressure. So I'm dialing it back, sticking to 1 cup of coffee a day, which I rarely have like 2 cups of coffee a week. You got to limit your alcohol to no more than 1 or 2 drinks a week and avoiding it altogether during stressful times. Okay, let's talk about hydration and supplements. Staying hydrated is important because dehydration can cause blood vessels to constrict, raising blood pressure. Now, my viewer also mentioned, hey, I need to drink a lot more water than what I'm drinking. And, I struggle with drinking enough water. I do. I promise you all, I do. Like, if you see me drinking water during my workouts, that's probably the only water I drank for that day, which is horrible. That is so horrible, okay? So I've got to make sure I'm drinking plenty of water throughout the day. I'm also considering adding, magnesium. It helps to relax blood vessels. Potassium, it helps balance sodium levels. Omega-3 supplements, they've shown to help reduce inflammation and improve heart health. So I definitely need to do that as well. Of course, I'll be checking with my doctor before starting any new supplements. I've pretty much been taking these and my numbers have been coming back just fine, okay? Tracking progress. Since I know my home monitor was off, I'm not going to rely on it alone anymore. I'm going to keep using my home monitor, but making sure I'm using it properly. I need to also cross-check it against my doctor's readings during visits, and I also need to write down the numbers and track any patterns to see if my changes are working. So, that's the plan. Exercise is important, but it's not the whole picture. Fixing my diet, managing stress, and tweaking my routine is going to be key to getting my blood pressure down and keeping my heart healthy. And if you're tracking your blood pressure at home, make sure you're doing it the right way, okay? It's easy to get misleading numbers, and that can give you a false sense of security. Just like it did for me. I was like, so for sure, oh yes, I'm going to go to this doctor's appointment and I'm going to be straight. I already know, I've been putting in the work. Wow, was I wrong? So if you're dealing with high blood pressure too, I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if you tried any of these changes or if you have other tips that have worked for you. So now I want to talk about high blood pressure and my family history. High blood pressure is something I've been aware of for as long as I can remember because it runs deep in my family. My family history includes high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks. So for me, this isn't just a health statistic, it's personal. I've seen firsthand how it affects the people I love. The stress of watching a loved one manage medication, change their diet, or even recover from a stroke. It's scary. And it's made me realize that I have to take my health seriously. That's why I focus on staying active, eating right, and managing stress. I know that genetics play a role, but I also know that lifestyle changes can make a big difference. Things like reducing salt, exercising regularly, and managing stress. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. If high blood pressure or heart problems run in your family, you're not alone. Take it seriously, but don't feel helpless. Small changes can make a big difference. And remember, knowledge is power. Talk to your doctor, listen to your body, and take control of your health one step at a time. But you know what? It's not just about me. It's about my kids too. It's about my family. I don't want them to face the same health struggles I've seen growing up. That's why I'm working to build healthier habits now, not just for me, but for them. Teaching them about balanced meals, encouraging them to be active, and showing them how to handle stress in healthy ways. It's all part of breaking the cycle. I've also learned the importance of checking in with my doctor regularly. Keeping track of my blood pressure, knowing my numbers, and staying on top of any changes, it gives me peace of mind. And if medication or other treatments become necessary, I kind of won't hesitate to take that step, okay? If high blood pressure and heart problems, are something that you're dealing with, talk to your doctor. Like I said, listen to your body. Take control of your health one step at a time. You don't have to be defined by family history. You have the power to change your future. I've had a lot of family members, who have dealt with heart health related issues and high blood pressure, strokes, heart attacks. And, from what I can remember, none of those people were overweight. They were not out of shape. They were very healthy looking. They were very young. So from what I can remember, my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, he had a heart attack. My paternal grandmother, she had a lot of strokes, which affected her in her life, her day-to-day life. And I had a cousin who was 20 years old and had, difficulties from heart related issues that were caught too late. And I've also had another cousin who had heart related issues that were caught too late. And so heart issues, they run in my family. And I'm well aware of that, okay? I'm well aware of it. And I'm trying to get on top of it. But I've heard and read that sometimes you can do everything right when it comes to, getting your heart health in order. But sometimes even doing everything right can't change how your heart is, right? It can improve it, but sometimes everything that you do sometimes just isn't enough. My blood pressure was 214 over 112 back in May of 2024. I had to go to the emergency room because I was feeling really, really strange. Like it was a feeling of like death was coming over me. And on my way to the emergency room, I kind of had to face my fears in a moment. I felt like there was a possibility that I wasn't going to make it back home to my family, my children. And all of these thoughts started racing through my mind. Like, did I tell everyone, where to find certain information so that things could be taken care of if something, didn't, go right on my doctor's visit. And I just began to think about, what could I do better? And, I made it home from the hospital visit with a new outlook on my health. And, I've made some changes in my diet, Terry choices, but I could do better. And I have to 100% do better, because although I'm doing all this exercising and, cardio and weightlifting, I will tell you, I'll have some salty food that I know I shouldn't be having. I'm one of those people, I don't drink enough water. I don't stay hydrated. I still do things that I know that I shouldn't be doing in regards to my health. So after my doctor's visit yesterday, I'm just to the point, it was my birthday. So everyone was wanting to cook me certain things. Everybody was wanting to, give me ice cream and pizza and all these kind of things. And I had to tell them, I didn't tell them why I couldn't have it, because, I'm one of those people. I don't want to bother people when I'm going through things, honestly. But I just had to tell them, hey, I can't eat that, let's make some oatmeal. Let's do something healthier, stuff like that. And I'm happy that I had the mindset to do that, because I have to improve, my health. And, I don't want this to go in a direction to where, I have the opportunity to change it and I didn't. So if there's anyone out there who's dealing with high blood pressure issues, please take it seriously. Please make some attempts to do better with your food choices, with your exercise habits. You can do it. And hopefully when I turn 42, I can come back and report, hey, I did it. I did it. I succeeded. And I made a lot of changes and I benefited from it. All right, so let's talk about this workout that I have going on here. So on the screen, I'm currently on week number 5, day number 2. If you'd like to go to my YouTube channel and check out my playlist, the workouts, and I will be linking all 5 weeks of my workout program down below in the video description. So go and check it out, see how it works out for you, see if you can, increase your endurance and your strength over the next 5 weeks. I guarantee you it will do you a lot of good. So here I am as I'm doing the arm raises, the side arm raises. I'm using the 15-pound weights, and let me tell y'all, these weights really give me a great workout. I can feel my muscle tone coming into my arms now finally, and it is making my workout a lot tougher to do. It's really challenging me with these 15-pound weights. Look at my muscles popping out of my arms right there. I know y'all see it. So I'm just really, my ultimate goal right now, my first goal, is to just get myself back into the state of health that I'm in right there on my TV screen behind me, in that pink outfit. I used to love that outfit, but then I gained so much weight that I just feel like, I was too unhealthy to be wearing it. And eventually I packed it up and gave it away into the donation pile of clothing. And I really got rid of a lot of things that I really enjoyed wearing, because I couldn't fit the clothing items anymore. So I really just had to get rid of the clothing that, I really used to adore and enjoy wearing. And I felt, it really, what do you call it? Accentuated or really made me look very flattering when I wore it. But now I'm on to, wearing my sports bras and my nice little shorts. And let me tell you, before making this, this series of workout videos that I'm working on, I really used to hate wearing shorts. That's why if you look into my workout program in my whole 5 weeks, I'm probably for the majority of the time wearing, long pants like I have on the video up there. And I don't know, I've gotten to the point where I feel like my legs have toned up really nicely over, the course of the past 3 months of doing my weightlifting and my walking, because, I'm walking 2 miles a day. So it has really, really toned up my legs, and I can really, really see, how much smoother they are, because I'm not going to lie, they were kind of lumpy, before I started walking my 1 mile a day for an entire 10 months. And then, I started walking my 2 miles a day, and that's where the slimming down really came in for me. Did y'all see my muscle tone in my arms when I just bent over to pick up those weights off of the floor? So pay attention from here on out. When you look at that, when I put the weights down, did y'all see the muscles popping out of my arms? So yeah, I'm really, really getting tired in this video. Like I told y'all before, in week 5, of my program, I did a lot of crazy working out, and it was very, very challenging. So, I'm taking lots of breaks this week in week number 5 of my exercising, because, I'm having to take a lot of water breaks, because look at me, look how hard I'm breathing. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's actually taking a break back there. Look at the muscle tone. Look at that, y'all. I love how my arms look. They look so nice, because with the weightlifting and the walking, it's really toning my body up a whole lot. After having 7 children, I will tell you that even though I've gotten back in shape after each child, that was never an issue for me. It's just for the 2 times in my life that I stopped exercising, that's when all my muscle tone left me, because I wasn't working out my muscles. And I have lots of, I have a athletic type curvy, build. And so if I don't exercise, then I lose all of my muscle tone. So those are the great benefits for me when it comes to exercising. Like I said, I have to work out for the rest of my life, because if I don't, then my body loses my strength, I lose my muscle tone, and I lose out on my mobility. So back there, I'm doing jump ropes on the screen, right? But I don't have a jump rope, so I'm just mimicking the jumping. I know it's a lot tougher having to swing my arms and jump at the same time with the jump rope, but nevertheless, with me jumping like I'm doing, it's really, really giving me a great workout. It's making my calf muscles burn. It's making my thighs burn. I'm sweating really well. And of course, I have on my cocoa butter. And for all of you out there who don't know, when you wear cocoa butter, what happens is, and you can go look this up for yourself, when you put on cocoa butter and you exercise, of course, cocoa butter, it helps to lock in body heat. So therefore, if it's locking in my body heat, then it's making me sweat a lot more. So, and plus on top of that, I really love the way it makes my skin shine. It makes me look, really, really moisturized, and makes my skin look really nice. So I used to steer this cocoa butter that I use, the Queen Helen cocoa butter. I used to see, some of my family members use it, and I just thought that by looking at it, I wouldn't have known that it was such a great product like it is. But to have finally worn some after 15 years of last seeing it, I wish I had started using it sooner, because I'm one of those people, I'm very sensitive to different fragrances and different products, and I can put stuff on, I've used things on my face, for the past, since I was a teenager going through puberty, and everything breaks my face out. Everything breaks my skin out. It just makes me feel icky, right? So I was one of those people, I never put lotion on my face, and most of the time my body, because anytime I use those products, it would make me itch all over. It would break my skin out. I'd get pimples all over my face. So I just got to the point where I basically just started using water. to wash my face and basically wouldn't use any moisturizer. But I don't know if any of you all remember, but when I first introduced the cocoa butter here in my channel, I told my viewers, hey, I'm not putting it on my face because I have very sensitive skin and I don't want my face to break out. Well, I think the next day or the same video, I said, okay, I'm going to try it on my face. And I said, if my face breaks out, I'm going to know what did it because I'm not a heavy product user, right? So I would tell you, I've been using that cocoa butter for at least the past 2 months. My face is not broken out. It makes my skin so soft. I love the way it makes my face look so moisturized and everything. So I love this cocoa butter. I love all of the sweating benefits when I'm exercising. I love how soft it makes my skin. I love the smell of it. I just love the overall aspect of it not breaking my skin out, especially my face. You know, I used to have really bad acne. You know, in all of the days that I ever tried to use, you know, those over-counter products that, you know, promise that, you know, it clear up my acne. And most of the time it just broke me out even further. So I'm very, very much into this cocoa butter, okay? So y'all see my skin shining and everything. Y'all see my legs all smoothing down and everything. So they're getting back in shape. They're getting the muscle tone back up. If you're wondering, on the TV screen back there, I'm doing squats. But right now I'm doing these back straight leg kicks to the back, right? Because when I do squats and lunges, it puts a lot of pressure on my knees. Because of course I've gained some weight and I'm trying to get it off of me. I'm trying to tone it back up. But in the meantime, I just, you know, I'm alternating these other different exercises because it doesn't put a strain on my knees and make my knees hurt. Because when my knees started hurting that time a couple of months ago, it felt like I wasn't going to be able to continue my fitness journey or be able to walk much because I'm like, every step I took, my knees hurt. And, you know, I'm so happy to not feel that knee pain anymore. I'm so sorry for anybody out there who has knee pain because I've dealt with the initial stages of knee pain and I couldn't imagine having to deal with that pain for the rest of my life. And I know that there are people who have arthritis and, you know, it's something that they have to live with every single day. So, you know, I get that. So make sure you're doing exercises that are not going to put a strain on certain areas of your body, okay? And I believe that I'm done. You go, girl.
All right, everybody. Whew, that was tough. That was a tough workout. So I just did 1,000 jump ropes and 500 reps with the weights, okay? Wow, that was tough. I was doing 200 jump ropes at a time. Even though I don't have a jump rope, I was still jumping in place. So I still got the same effect as I did with the jump rope. So y'all, I'm not on here sharing these videos to tell you this is easy or that this is simple or that this is just a simple walk in the park. That's not why I'm making these videos. I'm making these videos so I can show you what it takes in reality of just showing up, you know, for myself and for yourself. I'm showing you the reality of what it really takes to get yourself back in shape and back into good health. I've spent the past year walking 1 mile a day, okay? And then I upped it to 2 miles a day. I also added in my weightlifting, okay? I also added in fasting, which has turned into just, you know, eating healthy breakfast and then, you know, eating during my eating window from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., okay? Sometimes I do eat a little bit. So that means that, you know, I did the fasting from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. It ran my blood pressure up. I stopped doing it, okay? I stopped doing it. I turned to eating healthy breakfast. And then, you know, I eat during my eating window from 2 to 6 p.m. Whatever I cook for my family, have a big family, have 7 children, okay? Whatever they eat, I eat. You know, I don't count calories. You know, I don't use my fitness pal. I don't cut out carbohydrates. I don't cut out, you know, meats. I don't
I don't do any of that. You know, I eat the fruit, I eat the meat, I eat the vegetables, I eat the carbohydrates, okay? And if you can just go back to my videos and look at me from a year ago, you know what? I've made a drastic change in myself. I've improved my blood pressure, I've improved my blood sugar. My body has toned up dramatically, okay? Drastically, whatever you want to call it, okay? So my mission isn't to post these videos to show you a level of perfection or show you that, you know, I'm trying to be the most perfect, you know, person or exercise or fitness person in the world. I'm not trying to do that. All I know is that it's ingrained in me to exercise. And when I don't exercise, my body expands. I get super unhealthy. I gain a lot of weight. And I'm just post these videos so you can see that no, it's not easy in the moment. But after I'm done with these workouts, my body feels a lot healthier. I can move around a lot easier. I can go on about my day and feel good knowing that my blood pressure isn't going to be sky high, that my blood sugar isn't going to be sky high, that I'm going to be able to put on my clothes and feel great in them, okay? So that's what I'm trying to show you. So if you haven't gotten started, please start today. And a year from now, you'll be able to look back and really, really see the progress that you made. And that's where I am in my fitness journey right now. I'm a year and almost 3 months into my workout programs, into my fitness journey. And oh my goodness, when I look back from where I've come from, I'm just in awe. I'm just like, I can't believe I did that. But I did it because I showed up for myself at least 5 days a week, okay? 5 days a week, I'm weightlifting. I'm doing 2 miles of cardio even before I do this workout right here, okay? If you're interested in these workouts, the video links are down below, you know, in my video description of this video, okay? I mean, all I can do is share it, you know? It's up to you to put it into motion and to do what you already know you got to do. If you want to improve your health, if you want to improve your weight on the scale, which it's not on the weight of the scale. It's not a weight on the scale thing for me. I don't care what that scale says, because the scale does not show the changes that I've made over the past year. It just doesn't show it. And I'm grateful that I had the mind to just stick with it, because there were many moments where I felt like it wasn't working. There were many moments where I felt like it wasn't worth it. There were many moments where I felt like I'm putting in all this work and nothing's changing. But here I am a year later, and I can tell you, it works. You just got to put in the work, right? You just got to do it. That's all it takes. It's 20 minutes. It takes 30 minutes to walk 2 miles. You know, you can do it. Dedicate an hour a day to your fitness journey. Dedicate an hour a day to improving your health. That's just what it takes. You know, I'm very proud of myself. I can see a significant difference. I'm probably saying some of the things over and over again, but it is what it is. You know, you put in the work, your body will take care of the rest. And so you've got to pour into yourself. I am sweating like crazy. Look at all this sweat, okay? Look at all this sweat. Look at this change that I made for myself. Look at this. Just sweating everywhere, right? I've made the changes. I've put in the work. I'm proud of myself. Y'all, get on this journey. I don't care how you're feeling. Get on the journey and you'll feel a lot better than what you do right now. I mean, that's all I can say. So I'm sharing my videos Monday through Friday. Please watch them. Please join in. Please do what you can. I promise you, in a year from now, you'll look back and you'll say, I did it. I made it. And that's what I'm saying right now. I did it. I made it. I'm going to continue doing it because the way I feel is so amazing. I can't even put it into words. I just feel so amazing. I really do. So, please, take care of yourselves. This is day number 2 of 5. I'm doing week number 5 workout videos right now. So, you know, those are always tough. But nevertheless, it made me feel so good. So I'm going to have a great day ahead of me. And I hope that you all do the same. Please like my videos. Please comment. Please subscribe. If you're really serious about your fitness journey, just subscribe to me. Show me that, you know, you're on board, that you're, you know, that you are really supporting my journey. It's really been a lifelong journey, I'm going to tell you. after having 7 children, this has become a lifelong journey for me. My last baby is 3 years old now, and I'm making gains and I'm making changes, and I'm very proud of myself. Whew, what a journey this has been, and what a journey it's going to be. So I will see you all tomorrow for day number 3 of 5. Until then, you all take care. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know about down below in the comment section. Leave a comment of support. I appreciate everyone who stops by my channel. I really wish, if you stop by, if you watch something, if you gain anything from my videos, please subscribe, please comment, please definitely like. So, YouTube can continue pushing my videos out there. I'm getting some great feedback from YouTube and from, my supporters, my viewers, everyone who comes across my channel. The feedback is amazing. YouTube is recommending my videos. I really do appreciate it. It's only up from here, you all. This is a lifelong journey, and I hope that you will get on board. I'll see you tomorrow for day number 3 of 5. Oh, and like I said, today's my birthday, and I have a health checkup today. So, that's always amazing, right? And, I'm happy to do so. Can't wait to see what my numbers are and everything like that. And so, I'm hoping for good news. So, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. I'm kindly Kimberly. Remember that everybody is beautiful, but you also have to remember that health is wealth, and wealth takes care of everything else. I want y'all to take care, stay motivated, stay true to yourself, be honest with yourself. You can get through this. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.